Brighton are closing in on signing Venezia and Austria defender Michael Svoboda. Jamie Carragher believes that Yan Diomande possesses similar traits to Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane. And Liverpool have rejected a bid from Inter Milan. Here are your daily Premier League news headlines. Hey everybody, hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel to another edition of the daily Premier League news headlines, where I'll be going through all the latest news, rumours and reports. My name's Lee The Dorset Spur, and if you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. If you are listening on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Okay, so let's get into it. Here are the daily headlines today. Brighton are closing in on signing Venezia and Austria defender Michael Svoboda. The Premier League clubs agreed to activate the player's release clause in his contract of around £4 million. This is what Sky Sports News understands. The 27-year-old will be hoping to win his 5th international cap later today with his country facing Argentina in the World Cup. It is understood personal terms won't be a problem. Brighton are assessing their options at centre-back after the recent departure of Jan Paul van Hecker. They are awaiting Tottenham Hotspur's response to their latest financial offer for centre-back Luka Vuskovic. Another centre-back, Igor Julio, is expected to depart the Amex this summer, and Adam Webster left after the expiry of his contract. Sky Sports News is Jamie Carragher believes that Yan Diomande possesses similar traits to Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane amid links to Liverpool. Liverpool are among a number of clubs interested in the Ivory Coast winger and have indicated they are prepared to pay up to £86 million. RB Leipzig would be willing to sell Yan Diomande for an estimated fee of around £112 million, which is around €130 million. This is what Sky Sports News understands. I thought he was fantastic in the first game of the World Cup. Less so in the second game, but still was a real danger, Carragher said. I think what you'd be buying is potential. It's not what he is right now. He's a 19-year-old kid. He's a young man. But when you look at him physically, he looks like he's got all those attributes. You think of the success Liverpool had in the past with powerful, quick, wide men. You think of Mohamed Salah or Sadio Mane, especially those two. He certainly looks like he's got those type of traits. That's a big thing that Liverpool lacked last season, pace in those wide areas. Maybe they want a little bit of pace on the other side as well. I think it's pretty obvious where Liverpool were lacking last season. That looks like where they're going in the market. But is he worth it? Time will tell. As I said, Liverpool spent big last summer. Right now, a year on, we probably would have to say those players don't look worth it. Calgary are considering a move for Burnley striker Armando Broja, according to Sky in Italy. The 24-year-old joined Burnley from Chelsea last summer in a permanent deal. The Albania international scored 1 goal and provided 1 assist in 24 Premier League appearances for the Clarets as they were relegated. His contract with Burnley runs until 2030. And finally, Liverpool have rejected Inter Milan's verbal offer of €25 million, £21.7 million for midfielder Curtis Jones. That's according to The Athletic. The Merseyside club, which rebuffed an earlier bid from Serie A giants, valued the 25-year-old England international at around £35 million. So, just a couple of views on this. I guess the big one to talk about is the Yan Diomande transfer to Liverpool. They're looking to pay something like £86 million. But RB Leipzig are looking for £112 million. That's a big difference between the two prices. And this is, of course, for a 19-year-old young man. I think Carragher hits the nail on the head where he says it's not about what he does now, it's about what he could do in the future. And they're buying potential. Well, it's a really interesting one, that, because if you're looking at some of the other clubs around, they're also buying potential. And I guess that's because they're so far ahead in terms of what they've already bought and what they've already got in terms of experience and quality. And so being able to buy someone for the future is a luxury for sure. But is he going to see that in that way? Is he going to see that he is a potential player, or is he going to want to play regular football? He's an international player playing at the World Cup. I'm sure he'll expect to find a place in that team. So I just find this really, really interesting when you consider there's been lots of talks. I know this is separate, but there's been lots of talks about Lucas Bergvall wanting to move on because he's not getting regular football. And he's of a similar age. So it just kind of shows a little bit of where these players are in terms of their maturity and in terms of where they believe they should be. So yeah, I'll be interested to see whether he comes straight into the team if they actually get to that level of paying that sort of money. Remember, we're talking about 100 million for Tonali, and yet we're talking about 112 million here for a 19-year-old potential. So this market is absolutely crazy, I have to say, and you can't really legislate for it. And of course, when you go on to the last story there, with Inter Milan offering 25 million for Curtis Jones, and Liverpool wanting 35 million, it does show you the disparity in youth as opposed to the older player, doesn't it? So yeah, very, very interesting. We'll see what goes on in the rest of the transfer market, I'm sure. But if Liverpool want him, I'm sure they'll get him. And if they want to pay that money, they will. They've not been shy of spending money in the past. So anyway, listen, thanks for watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment and subscribe. If you're listening on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. I'm Lee The Dorset Spur. If you want to pop over to my channel and say hi, you're more than welcome to do so. And I'll see you on the next one. And as always, up the Spurs.